On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Corral looking to pass. 2nd down.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
The Panthers at 7-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, Corral.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Play action, Corral.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. A good pickup there at 22.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Corral now to throw.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hubbard will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers
Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From the 6. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
3rd and 10 now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
They find some open field here.
He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, they'll throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
$21-0 our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Corral. He's got the connection to Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Corral.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Corral.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll run here with Hubbard.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
On 2nd and goal,
Corral.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Matt Corral
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here's Corral on first down.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Second and 4. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On the move to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, and Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Corral.
And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Hubbard.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chuba Hubbard hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 32. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 1 yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
4th down. Here's Corral.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Corral. That caught by Trimble. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Here's Hill on the return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Carolina, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Miami, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.